My dream cast for season 4 of The Traitors. I cast 22 people and tried to keep it to 3 or 4 of a show. And I will not have anybody from Drag Race or Housewives because I don't watch those shows. Similarly for something like Summer House or the other random shows people come from. This is a cast that was made for me, as I am fans of pretty much all these people or think they would be good on the show. Our first contestant is somebody I see casted on these a lot, Jung Song from Big Brother 4. I need June back on my TV all these years later, and I think she'd be great for this game. It'd be so much fun seeing how her style has evolved and how she plays differently from 20 years ago. We had one classic Big Brother player, so now I want to bring in a classic Survivor player, and my pick is Yao Man Chan. This would be so much fun. You don't really hear about Yao Man and having him play of these games anymore, but I think he's a perfect old school Survivor player to bring in for the Traitors. I'm casting Rose Matafeo from Taskmaster UK. Some Taskmaster alum are on the new UK celebrity version of the Traitors, so why not bring one in for the American version? And Rose is personally one of my favorite to ever be on that show. Her season is one of the only ones I've watched all the way through, and she was my favorite. She could also fill the role of our celebrity British person. Do not bring in a member of the royal family, I will throw a fit. Also, Spencer Pratt from Gotta Get Out in the Hills. He was the standout of Got to Get Out. He is so funny and has such a big personality, while also not being overly yelly or anything. I think he would really work in the castle and become such a fun member and maybe even traitor. My next cast member is Jessica Larudo from Love Island Australia and Love Island Games. Simply, she made Love Island Games watchable. As soon as she left, my interest took an immediate nosedive. One of the funniest people to ever be on reality TV, and I need to see more of her. A slight left field pick here, Jonathan Sawyer from the Food Network shows. He does a bunch of cooking competitions. Most recently, I think 24 on 24 is what he's in, but he's all over the place on Food Network. I went back and forth on a lot of different Food Network people to involve in here, but settled on Jonathan because he's just always been one of my personal favorites. Mary Zahn from Survivor. I love Mary. She is the highlight of season 48, and I was so upset she left. Funny on the show and Twitter, I need more Mary. She was kind of screwed over in Survivor 48, being on the tribe that got demolished, and she didn't really have any time to establish these deep personal connections, and that failed to put her further into the game. I would like to see what she did here if she got more of a shot. After Nikki Garcia was on the last season, this opened the door to professional wrestlers, and I know a thing or two about professional wrestling. The most common answer to this is The Miz, and I swear if The Miz is the wrestler on the next season, I'll lose it. He's the most boring choice possible. I went through quite a few people. Bryan Danielson, Nikki's brother-in-law. I thought about maybe a Sami Zayn coming in here or Gail Kim. But I ultimately settled on who I think would be the best wrestler for the Traitors, and that is Keith Lee. There are several reasons I think he would fit this show so well. First off, he's not actively wrestling right now. He's been dealing with long COVID symptoms and unable to wrestle, so this would be a good chance for me to see him on TV again. Another reason, he is such a big guy. He has an intimidating presence, but he's also lovable. I wonder how this would translate to a show like The Traitors. He fits the fancy vibe as well. He's the type of guy to say indubitably. We also have Rekha Shakar from Dropout. I think a Dropout person would be tons of fun on this show, and Rekha is the favorite from what I've seen on all these things. Another internet game show type thing I really enjoy is Jetlag the Game, and my choice would be Adam Chase. He has that mix of competitive spirit and also funniness that I like here. Now on to a Love Island Season 6 pick, and it's probably not somebody you're expecting. My pick is Andrea Carmona. Now, she wasn't people's favorite, and I honestly don't understand where all the negativity came from the fan base. She honestly was kind of bullied in this house and kind of ganged up on, especially at the reunion. I thought she'd come out of the reunion looking rather good, while everyone else grouped up and sort of made her feel bad for no real reason. I don't really see what she did wrong, and I would love to see her to get a good chance on a show to show who she can be and her personality more without the environment of being bullied as much. My next pick made it a little hard to figure out exactly how many per show I could have. That's because I'd cast Hayden Moss from Big Brother and Survivor. He was a Big Brother player first and later played Survivor, and I think it'd be so interesting to see him in this game. He has 2 amazing seasons of reality TV behind him, and his story doesn't feel finished. There's a real shot Hayden wins Blood vs. Water if the rock draw goes another way. Next is Georgia Hasarati from Too Hot to Handle and Battle Camp. I'm not finished with Battle Camp yet, but Georgia has been one of my favorites so far, and I'd just like to see her on more. And it might be recency bias because I'm currently watching the show, but I'd like to see her on the Traitors. My next guy might be a dickhead, but he's a funny dickhead, so I'm going with Zach Nichols from The Challenge. I'm one of the biggest Zach fans there are, because on the show, I think he's great, man. Him and Amanda throwing themselves into elimination is one of the reasons I became a Challenge fan and kept watching. We also have Sydney Falker from $1 Million Secret. I had a couple people from the show I could have picked with, but I went with Sydney because she kind of fits the scheming narrative that some Traitors could use. And another New Era Survivor rep. That's right, I have 2 New Era Survivor people, and that's Caleb Gebrald. His time on Survivor was cut too short because he was simply too likable of a guy. So why not bring him back for another reality TV show? If he's so likable, let's get more of him. I really enjoyed him on Survivor. I'm gonna go with Louise Hazel. She's an Olympian and was also on Challenge Champs vs. Stars. Another person who helped get me into the challenge. Her interactions with Wes and Casper. Casper is definitely an alternate for this cast. I just wasn't sure if I wanted both of them on here, but I would love to see Louise come back and tackle another reality TV show. Back to the Love Island US Season 6 bag with Miguel Hirachi. I love Miguel. He's beyond funny. He's not the smartest guy, but I think having a member like that on the cast of the Traitors would be good. Our final Big Brother player, Leah Peters. I think Leah would have a really good shot at doing well in the Traitors. In her season of Big Brother, if 1 or 2 endgame comps had gone differently, the season could have gone her way entirely. And I don't think people really picked up on how good of a game she was playing and how well she positioned herself at multiple points throughout the season. So I'd love to see what she can do in the Traitors. Next, Shane Brando from Claim to Fame. He seems like a down-to-earth, likable guy, one I'd like to see back. Our second to last cast member, Cassie Castellato from Love Island. She was the main character and best part of Season 5, and her Season 6 appearance left a lot to be desired from me, and I don't think I really got the time with her that I liked. She's one of my favorite reality TV show contestants, and you guessed it, I'd like to see her on this show. My final pick is somebody who I really wish would do this. It's a left field option. That is Big Zoo from Celebrity Bear Hunt. He won this show, and he was such a fun presence. He livened everything up and seemed to be everyone's friend. A likable guy that didn't have to do the scheming or anything in his previous show, so I'd like to see how he does in this one. If I was to pick 3 Traitors, I don't really know the process of picking Traitors and what goes into a good one or a bad one, but the 3 names I'll throw out would be Shane Brando, Hayden Moss, and Leah Peters. These are 3 players I'd really like to see in there specifically. Some people I think that should maybe avoid being Traitors are Spencer Pratt and Jung Song, because they kind of feel like the obvious picks, so maybe don't put them in there. What do you think of my dream cast for the Traitors Season 4? And who do you think should be in the Traitors as well? Anybody I didn't mention that you would like?